In this video, we will see the story of how Dronacharya asked for his Gurudakshina from Pandavas and Kauravas. In the last video, we covered the story of Eklavya and also Dronacharya's training of the Pandavas and Kauravas. Dronacharya asked for a very odd honorary fee or a Gurudakshina from Pandavas and Kauravas. He had upfront, remember, asked that after finishing the training, he would want the Pandavas and Kauravas to invade the kingdom of Panchal and bring back King Drupad as captive. He wanted to do that primarily because he wanted to take revenge of the insult that he faced in the kingdom of King Drupad. The Pandavas and Kauravas were very excited about the opportunity to show their skills and fight a real war now. So they were very excited. Kauravas wanted to prove that they were way better than Pandavas. And so they decided to go first. Guru Drona also approved of this tactic. Arjuna was actually very happy that Kauravas were going first because Kauravas often used to take credit of all the work that Pandavas had done in the past. So by this way, if Kauravas go first and attack, and if they lose, then at least it's clear that they lost. And Guru Drona goes along with Pandavas and Kauravas as a spectator. Now Kauravas go first. King Drupad was confused initially as to why are the kingdom of Hastinapur, the Pandavas and Kaurav princes, were attacking him. But he put a pretty big fight against the Kauravas and he captured all of the 100 Kauravas. So Kauravas were defeated. Arjuna very well knew that for him to defeat King Drupad, who had formed a Chakravyuh, that he had to use special skills. So he was trained by Guru Drona about how to enter this Chakravyuh that King Drupad had formed. He asked Yudhishthir to stay back and asked the other brothers to come with him. And he attacks the Chakravyuh in such a way that he was able to enter where King Drupad was, and he was also able to capture King Drupad and come back. So they were actually very successful, primarily because of Arjuna's skills to capture King Drupad. At the same time, they also released all the Kauravas who were captured. Now Dronacharya's plan was actually fructified. He was able to capture King Drupad, and he took not the whole kingdom, but he tells him that I'd still want to be friends with you as long as you want to be friends with me. So he gives King Drupad half of the kingdom back, and he makes his son Ashwathama the king of the other half of kingdom of Panchal. Now Kauravas were defeated, and while coming back from kingdom of Panchal to Hastinapur, Kauravas, especially Duryodhan, challenged Yudhishthir for a fight. He said, "Fight with me now or renounce your idea of becoming the crown prince of the Hastinapur kingdom." Yudhishthir very well knew that if he fought at this point with the Kauravas, that he would have lost it anyways, because fighting among family members was not something that he wanted to do, and it's a shame that he had to fight this war. But he couldn't even give up the kingdom, and he couldn't give up being the prince of the kingdom because he knew that he was the most capable among Pandavas and also the right apparent heir to be the prince and to be the future king. So he comes up with a middle ground. He says, "Duryodhan, I will accept whatever your father, King Dhritarashtra, declares tomorrow. If he declares me as your crown prince, then I'll be the crown prince. But if he declares you as the crown prince, then I'm fine with that." Duryodhan was very happy inside. He very well knew his father wanted to make him the crown prince. So he gives up the idea of fighting, and he goes quickly back to the kingdom and talks to his father, King Dhritarashtra. And he tells him that he has asked Yudhishthir to give up this idea, and Yudhishthir has agreed to take your word of whatever you decide. And at that time, Dhritarashtra had not even a single one good reason to make Duryodhan the king. He had a lot of grave defects. The public was not voting for him, or was not in favor of him. He had done a lot of bad things. He was not superior to the Pandavas. He just lost against King Drupad. So Dhritarashtra had a pretty hard time when Duryodhan was trying to convince him to make him the crown prince. Duryodhan saw that his father was suddenly not very confident in his reply to him becoming the prince. He actually challenges his father that tomorrow, if you don't declare me as the crown prince, I will retaliate against your decisions. And by that, if I retaliate, you would have to put an army to fight with me. So either you lose me or you have to make me the crown prince. Now, Dhritarashtra was in a pretty terrible state. At the same time, King Drupad was also very humiliated. He agreed to having the half kingdom and ruling over it, but he was very humiliated by the fact that Dronacharya and his students had defeated him. So he performs a big penance. The motive of his penance was so that he could get a son who would fight against Dronacharya and kill him. Now, after doing a lot of penance, he got a son and he named him Drishtadyumna, and he also got a daughter named Draupadi. The daughter Draupadi was to be given to Arjuna for his great war tactics that he employed during fight against King Drupad. Drupad was very happy to give his daughter in future to Arjuna as his wife because he thought Arjuna was the best archer. The following day, Dhritarashtra made Yudhishthir the crown prince and declares him to be the crown prince. Duryodhan prepares Karna to be on his side and fight against the kingdom of Hastinapur. He especially asked Karna to give up Dharma because he knew Karna was at the side of Dharma. Karna thought for a while. It was a big decision for him to make. He had never done anything that was outside of Dharma. But because of his attachment or to his friendship with Duryodhan, he promises that he will do whatever Duryodhan tells him to do. When Yudhishthir's crown prince ceremony was taking place, the Duryodhan and all of the Kauravas enter with weapons along with Karna as if they're going to fight and challenge the ceremony. But the situation takes a turn. Everyone in the kingdom thought that they are here to fight and challenge King Dhritarashtra's decision to make Yudhishthir as the king. But he makes a show. He actually accepts Yudhishthir as the crown prince and bows down to him. The situation now in the kingdom was slightly stabilized. Bhishma was getting furious when they entered the assembly with weapons. But now he was very satisfied, given that Duryodhan also had agreed to having Yudhishthir be the king in the future. Now Bhishma felt really satisfied. He felt as if his life's mission was accomplished. Having seen Yudhishthir as the crown prince, he felt that his life's mission was over, that he had left a dharmic life. He invokes his mother, Lord Ganga, and confirms his thinking. Ganga appears to him and tells him that his mission is not over, and his mission will be only over once he has given up all attachments, and that his attachment towards the kingdom of Hastinapur still remains. Bhishma was slightly shocked. He thought, having placed Yudhishthir as the crown prince would guarantee that everything else would take care in the future. And he asked his mother Ganga to educate him. What else is remaining for him to fulfill his life's mission? At that time, Ganga tells Bhishma that she cannot give that knowledge of dharma and that Sri Krishna will guide him towards what is real dharma. Bhishma feels satisfied that at least there is someone who will tell him what is his real dharma. At the end, when Drona is departing, he asks for a strange Gurudakshina, specifically to Arjuna. He tells Arjuna that he asks for a promise to Arjuna that if at all in the future he has to fight against Drona, that he would fight with all his strength and that he would never give up his friendship on Sri Krishna and listen to him for every advice that Sri Krishna gives him. He also tells Arjuna that Sri Krishna is Lord himself, although it appears that he is the son of Vasudev and Devaki. Arjuna was not sure why is Dronacharya asking for it, but he still agrees that he will do what his guru has asked. In the future videos, we will see how these two advices help Arjuna in very difficult circumstances. There are a few learnings here. Ganga advises Bhishma that although he feels that he has lived a very dharmic life, that the root of dharma is karuna, unconditional love and acceptance of everything and everyone, and that he is still bound by his attachment towards the kingdom of Hastinapur. When there is true love, that there is no desires or ego or expectations or anger or struggle or jealousy or the sense of exploitation. When you truly love everyone around you or everything around you, the whole universe, you accept them and you live in harmony. That is what I think Ganga was trying to tell Bhishma. And we will see in the future videos how this knowledge becomes very useful to Bhishma and everyone. Also, we saw that Karna and his friendship to Duryodhan made him also leave the path of dharma. Like Duryodhan explicitly asked Karna if he could give up dharma if that was needed. And Karna agrees. So it's very important to have the right friends. In the next video, we will see how Duryodhan, even though he has shown that he accepts Yudhishthir as the crown prince, he's actually burning from inside and he wants to take a revenge. He wants to kill all of the Pandavas and Kauravas so that he could become the crown prince. If you like my videos, subscribe to my channel and ask questions in comment section below. Thank you.